Okay, welcome back everyone. So this is the step number 10 of creating your SpecFlow Selenium test framework from scratch. So the step 10 is creating your step definition. In the last step, we actually went through creation of your page object. So that's what we did. So, and if you are looking to how to create your page object, you should look into that. My name is Teji Ogunaja Emmanuel. So, and we've gone through nine, yeah, 9 steps now. So, and this is the 10th one. So, if you're looking to check all the steps for the previous one, you can look into the video we've gone through. On the last video, we went through creating page objects, how to find your page object, how to add your element to the page object, and how to create your test method to your page object. That's what we've looked into in the last video. In this particular page object, in this particular video rather, we're going to generate our step definition, and we also going to call our test method in this step definition. That is what we need to do in this particular step. So let's go and get to it. So in order to test your scenario, you need to create your step definition. So definition is actually a C sharp file that we normally call step definition. It's generated by C sharp. So and yes, it's generated by Spectre that is a C sharp file. So and you can extend it later. So I just the slide is just saying if you have your calculator, you can delete it, but if you don't want to delete it, that's fine. So to generate your step definition, what you just need to do is to go, as you can see, before now we add the purple um, colored um, um, code actually in our feature file. So you just need to right click on any one of them and click on generate step definition. So once you do that, you're going to see the screen. So let me go to my code. So I just need to open my feature file. So let me go to this search. So as you can see, I've got this purple. I just need to right click on it anywhere. So it will be good to get one. So if I right click on this one now, right, I've got two options where to right click on generate. So that is one way. So you can try to say go to step definition and it's going to click this one for you. For newbies, I won't advise you to for now for the first attempt. In the first attempt, first try to just generate it first. Then going forward, when you start to add more code, more steps, then you can use that approach. But in the first attempt, just click on generate step definition. So when you click on generate step definition, it's going to bring a pop-up for you. So which I think is not yet working. I'm going to okay, it's actually in the other screen. Yeah, it's gonna bring this for you. And as you can see, it's got all this. So you can, for instance, if you don't want everything, you can uncheck the one that you don't want and leave the one that you want. For a start, you can leave everything and you can click on generate. Let's assume that I decided not to go for this one thus far and I uncheck that. So let's see what's going to happen in that. So I will just say, okay, generate the rest for me. So I click on generate. So that will try to create a step definition for me. So as I've said in previous video in creating your in creating your feature file, that you should be careful when you're generating your step, that you should not generate it in your feature folder. So that should be in your step. So this should not be your feature. You don't put it in your feature folder. It should be in your step. Two things you can change that steps. But I won't advise you to do that, to be honest, because you don't even know the location. What I can ask you to do is like you have your feature folder at the top here. So click on the step after that, which is in my own case is a Blue Sky Citadel. So before, so I can see the directory where my feature and my step is stored. So I can see I've got my feature, I've got my step. So I can click on the step now. So I want my step to be stored in the same level that the calculator step definition is before. So I can now say, okay, yeah. So call it a feature search step.cs. That's okay. Now I can click on save. So once I do that, you need to confirm that it is stored in the right location, not on your feature. If it's on your feature, you can still um, correct that by just dragging it and bringing it in, or copy and paste it into the right place. So, but it would be good to make sure that it's in the right place, basically. So one thing that I know, as you can see, this is still showing purple, which shouldn't, it's not totally nice. I would say maybe that is a bug in SpecFlow, to be honest. So, but what you could do is like you can open your step definition. This only happens if you first create your step definition, to be honest. One thing that you can do is like um, just made a little um, update to your code, like kind of put another new line and save. So once you save that, you go to your feature file, save everything, you go to your feature file. So as you can see now, the feature file, so you can see the red and the white now, the purple, some of the purple has turned to white. The only one that's purple is now purple is the one that I did not check, which is this particular one. So we're going to do that later. So and because I need to teach you another step to actually generate a particular step. So okay, so one way to generate this particular step now is, so let's say you add another step, because it's possible you might have generated one and you add this step later. So and it's still showing purple. What do you need to do? You can right click. You don't use generate again or again. So what you can do is just say go to step. So if you say go to step, it will say there's no matching step binding for that particular step. So do you want to copy it? You say yes, I want to copy. So it's going to copy that for you. So what you need to do now, right click. So for you to go into this step definition that is created for this step, you can right click on them and say go to step definition. That should take you directly to that particular step definition. So what I can say is that I can go to this particular one, the when clause, go to that step definition. So I am here now. So basically, so what you could do now is to kind of, after this when clause, we have open clause and bracket. So when at this point, you can paste what you copied here. This is very, very important. Normally, when I test go through this, I would just allow you to check all your code at the same time so that you don't have any issues. But only bear in mind, you need to know that this, you have something like this, close, close, you sorry, open square bracket and you close it here, and you have open braces and you close it here. These are important before you can now paste the next one in there. So ensure, you can also look at how everything is open and closed. You can see, so that you ensure that because if you have any issues, you know what the issue is. You have your brace, the first one in there, which is open and is closed by the pending one. So in C sharp, you have to have that. Basically, every bracket that you open has to have a corresponding closing one, as you can see. So the same way. So another thing that you can do in Visual Studio is to click anywhere in the for the brace. As you click, you can see that is highlighted. If you scroll down, it's going to show you the corresponding one that's closed. As you can see, if I open this and if I click on that, that shows. So you can see, so which one is the corresponding one. Ensure that everything is got open and closed braces. So now we got our step definition already cut out for us. So, and that is that. So let's go to this slide and see what I've got left. So before we move to the next step. So I've done this one. Okay, all right. So that's fine. So in our step definition now, so we need to move a bit forward. Okay. So we now need to now ensure that we write some steps now. So let's try to write a step for what we need. So let's go to our feature file. So starting from our feature file, we want to write. So this is still not, yeah. So what we need to do now, let's save this particular step, save everything, save and close. So as you can see, save all. So that is now enabled. So if your step is now enabled after you combine them, so just save everything. That should be fine. But if it's still not enabled, go to your step definition and try to kind of make little change and then save all. That should be fine. If you are still having that issue, close your Visual Studio and open again. It would be fine. But if you are still having that issue, put a comment down so we should be able to help you in resolving this. Okay, now the thing that you need to do now is to navigate to your onto your page. So what you could do is like go to step definition. So now this is when you say go to step definition, it's going to highlight that particular step that you need to go to. So this is the step now for navigating. So now it's showing pending because we've not written anything. So you're going to remove this pending one and you're going to replace it with your step to navigate. So, but what you need to do first is to ensure that you declare your driver. As I said in the last video, that your driver is very, very important. It's kind of like a some like a Uber driver. You need him at every particular point, so you need to take him along. So what you need to do now is to declare it. So we are going to declare our driver at this point. So you would you would say public I web driver I web driver. So and you would call it driver is equal to web. So there are a lot of what's it called? Okay, there are a lot of what you have underlines actually that you need to resolve so for this to work properly. So the first one is the iWeb driver. So you can click on that and use the using keyway open keyway, and the next one is this particular webhook also. So this is from we know that's from our book class. You need to use that as well. So as you added that, you if you check up, you're going to have all this added. So we now have this added. So you can decide to remove this using of system. Once you have anything that's got this particular grayish, that's yeah. So it shows that that particular class is not used, so you can remove them. But if you don't know what you're doing, or it doesn't harm anything, so you can just leave it. So that is that for our driver. So the next thing to do now is for us to now try to navigate calling the driver. So basically, that's what you need to do. So you need to navigate and call the driver. So to do that, you just need to write something like this. You say driver.navigate, then go to URL, the URL that you want to go to. So basically, that's what you need to do. So I will just say driver dot navigate, so you can select it's going to give you some context as you go along anyway. So then open and close brackets dot go to URL. As you can see, that's go to URL. So if you want to go back in when you are in a URL, you can use the back, you can use the forward, that's where you can use refresh. So those are the things that you can use to if you are looking to have to go back, just say driver.navigate.back So forward, if you want to do, you are in the page you want to refresh, driver.navigate.refresh. That gets you to refresh your button. But in this particular we just want to go to URL. So we're going to use that, go to URL. Then after that, what do you want to do? You open and close bracket. So, and you put the URL that you want to go to. So make sure it has got the HTTP with it. So HTTPS slash slash. So prep www.prepmajor.com. It's sometimes advisable. I will advise you actually, because I don't have that here, is to put @ at the beginning. It's called verbatim. So actually, so that if there's anything to escape, it's actually there. So you put the verbatim. So as you can see, I've got underline at the back, red underline, showing that I need to end my statement. So I need to put that. So with this now, when I execute my step and I say navigate to step prep major, I go to that step, it's going to go to this particular function. So this particular method now, that's what it's going to do. So that is that on that particular step. So we're going to go to the next step now. So the next step is for us to actually now click on this search page, this search field. So for us to click on the search field here, which is this one now. So that's what we need to do. And we know our page object, that we already got a page object in the previous video. So if you want to look at how we did that, please watch the page object video that we did before. So on the page object, we got this particular element already, and we got this particular method. So what we now need to do is to call this method in our step definition. So if you go to the step definition now here, so you need to call that page object and then call the method. The first thing that you need to do is to first make sure that you kind of declare that method. So to do that, you just do something like this, instantiate the method. So to instantiate the method, you say search page, because that's the name of the page that we declared. So it says search page, because it doesn't know what that page is, so it's going to put underline there. So you can use your using clause. So before I do that, you can see I've got this here. So when I kind of use the using, you're going to see another line added. So as you can see, it's now added now. So basically my page object is now added. So now I can say, so I create another instance of that particular search page. So I just put underscore and underscore lowercase s to actually differentiate this particular object from the instance of it. Okay, so I'm not say new instance of search page and open and close bracket. So now, so that will mean that any method in this search page, I can actually get it from there. So bear in mind, in the next one, you are not going to be using the search page, which is the class, but you are going to use your own new instance, which is this one. So we're going to go here now, because we are meant to kind of call the search click method. So if you go here and say search, so when you click on that one search page, then you can say dot. That should give you all the methods that you can use in that particular context. As you can see, there's search field, so you can click on that. So once you do that, that will allow you to be able to search for that particular page. To click on the search field rather. So that's how to link your page object with your step definition. Now you can see our page object is linked to our step definition. We got everything. This is basically page object module in in at work actually. So if you don't know how to use page object module, please look at our page object video and then watch this one now. So basically this is how to link both of them together. So yeah, that is everything as per generating your step definition and as well as linking it with your page objects. And so the next bit that we're going to look into now is how to run your test, so, and that's what we're going to look at. So, and I'll see you in the next video in step 11 on how to run a test. It's step 12, so we nearly get to the end anyway. So, and thank you for watching this video.